Hi, my name is Dane Carlson. I'm the division manager at Seiler Microscopes, based here in St. Louis, Missouri. As you know, we are a 72-year-old company, and we are very proud to announce the launch of our new AlphaAir series surgical microscope. The really unique thing with our new scope is it's one of the lightest scopes in the industry. If we start off here, this is our new slim LED version, where this is extra length. It's about 17 inches. It weighs less than 10 pounds. You have an LED readout right here, which is kind of the brains of the entire scope. This is going to give you what illumination you're running, the intensity, and then if anything ever did go wrong with the entire microscope, a diagnostic will be presented right here on the LED readout. Very, very efficient, and we'll be able to tell exactly if anything ever did happen to, with the electronics of the microscope, a pinpoint diagnostic. As you can see then, we have the new longer panographic arm. That's going to be a standard now on all of our microscopes. We have a counterbalance system in here that is extremely unique, and we have an anti-shock absorption. What this does is it allows the user to move the microscope literally with one finger and stay exactly where it's supposed to stay. So this microscope, one of the biggest things that we did on the improvement of the microscope is actually the maneuverability. And the microscope literally now moves with one hand and stays exactly in position. It's one of the nicest movements in the industry. A couple different things that we have done here as well. Again, one of the biggest concerns that we had in the past was, with the movement. So we have upgraded our movement tremendously. We're one of the only systems that has a actual counterbalance system directly for the west to east movement. So depending on what kind of accessories you have on either side, either HD video, digital camera, assistant binocular head, what this allows you to do is actually make pinpoint knob movements to displace the actual inertia of the movement, so that you always get absolutely beautiful west to east movement while staying consistent. That was one of our biggest upgrades as far as on the new microscope. And as you can see here, we actually have a GoPro attached to the microscope. So we have customized a GoPro to be able to attach to the new AlphaAir. The beautiful thing with the GoPro is you're able to take 4K live video. Of course, you'll have to have a 4K monitor. If not, you can do a 1080p, and you can do 12 megapixels single shot images. We can run that directly from the camera to the monitor, so you'll be able to get live video there, and you'll be able to use a wireless remote to pair with the GoPro and take 12 megapixel single shot images, record 6 hours of any kind of surgery, and it's all being able to transfer from a USB card, mini SD card from the GoPro into your computer system. So it's one of the very unique things with Seiler. The other thing that we've made a huge movement change is right here for the north to south. So as you can see, we have a fully loaded scope even with the extender rotation. Remember, the extender rotation, it's going to bring the patient, you off the patient by about 4 inches, and you'll be able to rotate the optic pod while still staying in a nice upright ergonomic position. However, with every other microscope out there, once you start adding all this weight, it becomes top heavy. So what we have done is we're able to develop a counterbalance system right here on the optical pod that is going to be able to give you a better weight balance. So when I am moving the microscope in a north to south, it does so very nice, very easy, very fluid. It doesn't tip on you, and you can do it with one hand. So one of the biggest things that we have done with the new AlphaAir is we have absolutely made it one of the lightest microscopes on the market. We've made it, of course, new, sleeker design. We've made the movement from the optical pod and to the arm absolutely flawless. And then what we have done extremely unique is we have the LED, of course, directly on the optical pod. We have the brightest standard light on the market. It's 150,000 lux. That's going to come into play at your higher powers of magnification. Remember, the higher powers you go, the darker it gets. So that's when you need that extra brightness. A couple unique things with Seiler. What we have developed is we actually have a built-in USB power supply, so that can charge your cameras. I got one here. So what is absolutely efficient as far as time is concerned and money is, instead of having to take off the camera, plug it in, charge it, or have another cord running to the wall, or changing out a battery. For instance, you put the USB power supply here, then you'll take the power cord and come in and attach it directly there. And when you don't need it, you just take it off. So the other thing that we did is we have the 12-volt power supply, and that's going to be, say, for your regular HD camera. So this would go just directly here, power the camera. It would go here as a C-mount, and this goes directly into the other power supply provided. So that way it is less cables, cable management, fantastic, and then you can power all of your cameras directly from the optical pod, and that's very unique to Seiler. Here as well, you have your control functions. So this, you can turn off the microscope when not needed, turn it back on. This controls the illumination, so you can decrease your illumination from 5,000 lux all the way to 150,000 lux. So it's extremely broad range for the end user. Again, the movement, absolutely beautiful. New sleek design, brightest standard light on the market. We're a 72-year-old USA company. Remember, we have 6 steps of magnification. It's going to go from like 2.3x all the way to 20. However, we have an abundant amount of eyepieces where you can do 10x, 12.5, 16x, 20x. We have our vario focus, which goes from a 200 millimeter all the way to 350, and all you do is rotate the fine focus, and you stay in focus the whole entire time. We input any kind of camera on here, Nikon, Sony, Canon, GoPro, Sony Handycams. We can mount these as a floor model, of course, tabletop, wall model, high wall, ceiling model. We're extremely proud of the new AlphaAir, and it is available now. So please contact Seiler. Thank you.